Okay, so this video goes over how to use the camera in Botball. So I have a bunch of important pieces of code right here that, first of all, you have to use these three in order to use the camera. And these are helpful also in order to process where objects are. So in order to use the camera, you have to, at the beginning of any program that uses the camera, you have to open the camera first. And that just means putting this piece of code right here at the beginning of the main function. So when you run the program, it'll see this and it'll open up the camera so you can use it. At the very end of your program, you'll need to close the camera. So open and close. That's easy. Camera update is actually just means take a picture. So whenever you run that, then the camera will take a picture and you can process it with these three right here. There are more, but these three I've found to be the most helpful. The first one, it finds how many objects the camera sees based on the picture it just took. So if you take a picture and then you run this, um, what it's going to return is a number, 1, 2, 0, whatever it is. And this is, it's good in deciding, whether your camera actually sees anything or not. This next one, get object center X, it finds based on what color that you're looking for and which object, this is like the size of the object. So this and this are almost always 0, at least in my experience. Get object center X and get object center Y just finds the center of the object that you want to track. And just so you know, remember all of this that I write, you can always pause the video and read it all because it's just as good as me talking, sometimes better. So, yep, all these right here, especially the last three, you use with a while loop and a for loop, but I'm going to use the while loop here because it's easiest to understand. A while loop is great in making like an actual camera work, making the camera work. So before we go into, actually programming it, this is how you have to set up the camera in order for it to work. So what you have to have is you have to have your brain and you have to have your USB camera. So you'll first plug the camera into the brain in order to get that running. And then in okay, so first there are these things called channels, and each channel it can be assigned to a color. Now the brain stores these channels in something called a configuration, and the brain can only use one configuration at a time, which is your default configuration. And the configuration can only hold 4 channels at a time. So that means in one program, you can at max use 4 colors. So in order to set what colors your program can use, you will have to go into the brain, and then you'll be on the home screen, and then you'll click the settings button on the home screen, and then you'll click on the channels button, and that'll bring up a menu with the configuration on it, and it should have a little star next to it. You'll click on the configuration that has the star next to it, and you'll click the edit button, and then that'll bring you to a menu on the bottom right of the brain. There'll be a little add button, and you'll click the add button, and then I think there'll be a menu that asks you whether you want this channel to be blob tracking, or QR code reader, and you'll click blob tracking, and then it'll bring up a menu that has what the camera's looking at and a bunch of little sliders at the bottom, or one big slider with a bunch of circles in it. And so you'll put the object, say you have a red cube, you'll put the red cube in front of the camera where it can see it, and then while you're in the menu that's editing the channel, you'll click on the red cube, um, and then all the little circles will move to the color. And so then the channel will remember that color. And then you can click done, and then it'll bring you back to the channel editing menu. And then you can add up to 4 channels, and for each one you can edit each channel, and you can give, say, you'll give channel 0 red, and then you'll give channel 1 blue. You can give channel 2 yellow and channel 3 pink. So then in your code you can use red, blue, pink, and I don't know, green or whatever colors you want. So that's how you do it right here. And then it'll be all set up in the brain so you can use it in your code. And I have a bunch of examples right here. And because the camera is sometimes hard to understand, I have some pictures. Because who doesn't love pictures? So let's see. Down here, to the examples. So I put the camera open here because if I want to use the camera, I have to open it up so I can use it. So I have it here, and then down here I have camera close. So that settles that. You'll have camera open and camera close. Great. So here are some examples of what you can use the camera for. And I have goals on top of each example so you can see what this chunk of code is supposed to do. So the first one right here, goal, to position the object in the center of the camera. So say you have a blue cube that you want to track and you're using the camera and the robot can see the cube, but you want to put the cube directly in front of the robot, directly in front of the camera, in the middle of the camera. So first, what you'll do to do that is you'll take a picture, so you can process that picture, and then you'll say, while get object center x 0, 0 is less than 80, which that means 80 pixels, then do this. And what that means is this is getting the center of the color that is channel 0 and the biggest object in that channel. And this picture right here, let's see here, ballpoint, this picture illustrates that. So you have your little camera right here, and then it's trying to track this cube, which the whole cube is blue. I just put some blue in there to show you that. And it has get object center X. So this is the center right here, this little blue thing right here. And it's over here. And what the camera is going to do is it's going to see that the cube is to the left. It is less than 80 pixels. And I'm saying 80 because 80 is about the center. And so it's going to see that it's to the left of the center, and so it's going to turn left. So the left motor is 0 and the right motor is 2. And so it's going to back up the left motor and move forward the right motor, which makes the robot turn left. And as long as the center of the object is less than 80, or it's to the left of the center, it's going to keep on moving left. And then when it moves far enough left that the object is at center or greater than the center, it's going to stop. And that'll leave the robot pointing toward the cube. And so this right here, we are assuming that when you went into the brain, you made channel 0 track blue. That's what it's doing right here. If you had channel, I don't know, 1 track blue, then that's what you do, because channel 1 is tracking blue and you're trying to track a blue cube. So that's the first little argument right here. You can always leave that 0 because you're probably always trying to track the biggest object. Okay, that's the first example. The second example is to find an object that has a color that matches the color assigned to channel 0. So let's say you assign channel 0 to blue. Boom. So channel 0 is blue. So first, you're going to take a picture, and all you're trying to do is find the object. You're not looking at it. So you're not looking at a blue object, and you want to find a blue object, and you know it's to the left somewhere. Say, look up here. This is the camera view right here. And it's looking around, and it wants to find a blue object, but it can't. But it knows it's to the left somewhere. And so what I'm doing right here is I want to find the blue object. So I'm going to take a picture first, and then I'm going to say while get object count 3. So this should actually be channel 0 because we're tracking channel 0, which is blue. So while get object count of channel 0 of blue, so what this means is while there are no objects that are blue in the camera view, turn left because this is making the left motor go backwards and this is making the right motor go forwards. So this is going to keep on turning until get object count of channel 0, which is blue, does not equal 0, which means there is something there. So that's what that does right there. And there are different ways to do it. I'm just choosing to say this right here. You can actually put whatever makes sense to you in there as long as it makes sense to the robot. So this is kind of confusing. It takes a little bit to get used to, but just more examples help. So the next goal is to move close to the object being tracked. Now this doesn't mean using the x and y value. This doesn't mean using the x value. This means using the y value. And this picture right here illustrates this goal right here. So you have a camera up here and it has to have a good vantage point so it can see down because it needs to have some depth and so it can detect, because if it moves closer like that, if it's going this way, then this is going to look like it's coming closer, and so it's going to go down in y value, or actually up, because this right here is what the camera sees. It sees the So imagine a regular graph that you would do in math. The x is like this, it's horizontal, but the y is actually going down instead of up. But that's what the camera sees. So when this object right here is going this way, the y value is let's see, so it would be going closer, closer, closer. So it'd be further away. So the y value would actually be going up instead of down because this box right here is actually getting lower in the camera view, and so lower means a higher number. And these numbers right here, like 0 pixels and 160 pixels right here, I'm saying that these are the x values right here, and this is up here here are the y values. And I'm guessing, I know this is 0 pixels right here for the x and y, but I'm guessing that x is about 160 wide and y is about 120, but you'll have to do some estimating. Okay, so back to this goal right here. Where is it? Move closer. So what this is going to do is while the object center of the channel 0, the biggest, is less than 100, which means it's further away, which means it's higher up on the camera view, then it's going to move forward, because the longer the robot moves forward, the lower this object is going to get in the camera view, which means the higher pixels the center of it's going to be, if that makes sense. A lot of arrows. Okay, so, and if this doesn't make sense, then what you'll do is get an object and set up the camera like I said above here, and put it far away, and then run this piece of code, and the robot should move closer to the object. It takes some experimenting. So next goal, which is a little bit more complex right here. This is what something would actually look like in your code. To find and directly face an object with the same color as channel 2. So let's say channel 2 is pink. And we have a pink cube that we are trying to find and face. Actually, no. Let's say channel 2 is blue. So we can use the top picture. First, in order to find this, see, it's not looking at it right here, and it wants to look at it and then directly face it. That's what we want to do here. So this would be very helpful in an actual competition. So you can find objects and then you can move forward and pick them up with a claw if your robot has that. So you would take a first picture right here, and then you would check while get object count of 2, which channel 2 is blue. So while there are no objects being found in the blue channel, you are going to turn left. And make sure you always have this picture in here because it needs to keep on taking pictures so it can keep on checking. So that's what it would do. While there are no objects, no blue objects that the camera can see, keep on turning left. Then, when this equals at least 1, it's going to exit this while loop and move on to this while loop right here. And then now you know that the camera sees a blue object. And now you can check while the center of that blue object that sees is less than 80, which means it's far to the left because say 80 is the center, to the left is 0, and to the right is about 160. So while it's to the left, you want to move more to the left, and so the object that is blue moves toward the center of the camera because it's about the camera's perspective. So what we're going to do is we're going to keep on turning more slowly so that it can be more accurate, because if you move too fast, then the camera won't have time to process the pictures. So you'll say, while get object center X, that's the center of the blue object. While it's too far to the left, keep on turning to the left until the object comes more to the center. And then when it gets to the center or further to the right, it'll stop and the object will be in front of the robot. So this right here is a little taste of like a full chunk of code that you could use to find and face an object. And then camera close right here. So that would shut off the camera. So this is what the camera sees right here, this picture right here. This is what the camera would see if you're trying to find an object to the left. It wouldn't see anything. First, you'd have to find the object. Oops. You'd have to find the object, and then you would have to directly face the object. And this is what this goal does right here. This picture right here is what using the Y values look like. When the object is far away from the robot, the Y value of its center is a low number because the Y axis is basically upside down from what you usually see. So when it's far away, the Y value is low. When it's close, the Y value is high. And if your camera is up here, then the closer the object gets, the higher the Y value gets, and you can use that in your code to see how close the object is. If the camera was down here, using the Y value would be useless because like it can't see how far away or how close the object is. It can only see the X value, not the Y value, which this can see. Value. So let's see here. Yep, so you can just use these. Make sure you have camera open and camera close. Camera update takes a picture. This is how you set up the camera and the channels. There are 4 channels which are held in one configuration, and your robot can only use one configuration at a time, which means that it can only use 4 colors at a time. And when you configure those 4 colors, channel 0, channel 1, channel 2, and channel 3, to whatever colors that you want them to track, you can use them in this right here and say, oh, okay, I want to track a pink object, and I program channel 1 to pink, and so I can actually find the center of the pink object that's the biggest on the screen, and I can use that to tell whether it's too far left or too far right, so I can face the object. And make sure when you're doing while loops with a camera, you have taking a picture outside of the while loop and inside of the while loop. So it has an initial picture to go off of, and it keeps taking pictures so it checks where the object is moving based on what you're doing with the motors. So yeah, if this is really confusing, so if you do try it out and have any questions, then post those in the comments because I would be happy to help. Yep, so this is it right here.